Most of you are currently trapped in a ruthless psychological cycle that was mathematically designed from the ground up to keep you broke. You wake up to a blaring alarm, endure a miserable grey commute on a packed train, trade 8 of your best cognitive hours for a fixed, heavily taxed salary, and repeat it until you are simply too old to enjoy the money you managed to save. What if I told you that in the next 24 hours, you could flip a switch that changes your entire financial trajectory forever? I am absolutely not talking about a cheap, get-rich-quick scheme or a shady crypto token. I am talking about a total financial reset. Today, I am showing you the exact, unfiltered framework I used to stop trading my finite, irreplaceable hours for £15, and how I started building automated systems that generate £200 a day while I am at the gym or asleep. Pay very close attention, because the second step of this blueprint exposes a hidden, localized niche that is currently paying out thousands of pounds to the few people who know exactly how to look. In this video, I will break everything down without the useless fluff. I will show you the exact 3-step reset protocol to instantly decouple your time from your income, how to legally and ethically bypass the UK's punishing tax trap, and the highly lucrative faceless toll booth system you can build this very weekend with absolutely zero prior technical experience. There is no holding physical inventory in your garage. There is no learning complex, headache-inducing code. There is just pure execution, psychological discipline, and digital leverage. Let's get into the first phase. Before we can build extreme generational wealth, we have to aggressively stop the bleeding. You cannot fill a bucket that has massive holes in the bottom. YouTube is completely full of fake gurus screaming at you to hustle harder. They want you to finish a grueling 9-to-5 shift, jump straight into your Vauxhall Corsa and deliver fast food in the rain for another 4 hours just to make an extra £40. That isn't a path to wealth. That is a direct, accelerated path to severe burnout and depression. The wealthy do not want more work. We want asymmetric returns, meaning a tiny, highly focused input yields a massive, disproportionate output. But before building those synthetic assets, I needed seed capital. I realized I was actively leaking hundreds of pounds a month to massive corporations without even noticing it. I sat down at my kitchen table, opened my banking app, and ruthlessly audited my life. Step 1. The Ruthless Audit. I pulled my last 3 months of bank statements and highlighted every single zombie subscription, the £12 streaming services I never watched, the £4 daily coffees I bought just to cope with a job I hated, and the software trials I forgot to cancel. Step 2. The Purge. I cancelled absolutely everything that was not fundamentally essential to my physical survival or my business growth. I swallowed my pride and eliminated the luxury status symbols that were draining my cash flow. Step 3. The Weaponization. I did not just save this money. I redirected that newly recovered capital into a dedicated, isolated seed account. This money wasn't a rainy day fund, it was strictly designated for weaponizing into digital assets. In the UK, the traditional financial system is heavily geared against high earners. Between national insurance, aggressive income tax bans, and the violently rising cost of living in cities like London, Manchester, or Birmingham, your active hard work is penalized at every single turn. By aggressively cutting personal expenses and moving that capital into a business vehicle, you shift from generating heavily taxed active income to building highly efficient, tax-advantaged synthetic assets. Within 24 hours of this ruthless audit, I reclaimed £350 a month, instantly creating a massive profit margin out of thin air to fund my new digital infrastructure without working a single extra hour. But simply saving money and cutting expenses is only playing defense. To actually reclaim your ultimate freedom, you must go on the offensive. You need digital infrastructure. This is the hidden, hyper-lucrative niche that is quietly paying out thousands to people who know how to bridge the gap. In the UK, Thousands of traditional brick-and-mortar businesses struggle with one incredibly profitable thing: acquiring new, high-paying customers online. I didn't start a traditional, bloated marketing agency. Instead, I set up a faceless digital toll booth, a streamlined, highly efficient system that eventually became the operational foundation for my agency, Blue Peak Digital. I wasn't doing the manual, back-breaking labor. I was building the invisible digital bridge between hungry local customers and specialized service providers. I targeted high-ticket lead generation for local tradesmen with great margins, like commercial roofers in Essex or private medical clinics in Bristol. Step 1. I built a highly optimized, single-page funnel website offering a free quote for a specific high-ticket service. I utilized a clean, minimalist, glass morphism-styled aesthetic to ensure the page looked premium, trustworthy, and converted traffic instantly. Step 2. I used free AI copywriting models to generate highly persuasive ad copy and automate the local SEO outreach, ranking the site so that organic traffic naturally fell right into my digital funnel. Step 3. I sold those exclusive hot leads directly to local business owners on a pay-per-lead basis, charging them a massive premium for guaranteed appointments rather than vague marketing services. Local business owners are absolutely desperate for revenue, but they are terrified of wasting money on complex marketing agencies that promise the world and deliver nothing. When you build the digital toll booth, you own the asset outright. Every time a customer crosses your bridge, you collect a toll. You completely remove the business owner's risk. You leverage software and automation to do the job of an entire marketing department, running flawlessly 24/7 without ever asking for holiday pay or calling in sick. This automated, faceless toll booth system reliably generated £200 a day in pure passive income. I spent one intense weekend building the infrastructure, and the back-end software handled the lead routing forever. Why should you trust this over a guy standing in front of a rented Lamborghini in Dubai? Because I am deliberately showing you the incredibly boring, unglamorous parts. I vividly remember the very first week I set this toll booth up. After 3 exhausting days of tweaking the AI prompts and refining the landing page, I made exactly £4.50. I felt completely defeated. I almost deleted the entire project. But the YouTube algorithm and the real-world economy rewards relentless consistency over short-term intensity. I analyzed the data, cleaned up the visual clutter on the site, and relaunched. If you provide real, tangible value to a real business, you aren't glitching the system. You become the system. 3 weeks later, that pathetic £4.50 turned into £450 in a single day. It is built entirely on hard data, not pipe dreams. Generating that initial revenue is only the first major hurdle. But if you want absolute generational financial freedom, you must master the final, most crucial step of the equation. This is exactly how you take a small, unpredictable trickle of online income and engineer it into a self-sustaining financial avalanche. Most people get their very first taste of online income and instantly blow it. They make £500 and immediately book a celebratory dinner in Soho or finance a new car. The sane world tells you to treat yourself because you earned it. The mad world tells you to delay gratification and build an impenetrable fortress. I implemented a strict, ruthless capital allocation strategy called the velocity loop. I refused to extract a single pound of the money for personal lifestyle inflation until the entire system was fully self-sustaining. Step 1. The freeze. Once the very first £50 of profit came in, I put the account into a complete, absolute freeze. I did not touch a single penny for personal consumption, coffee, or clothes. Step 2. The reinvestment. I took that exact capital and immediately injected it back into the machine, buying highly targeted meta ads to exponentially increase the volume of traffic crossing my digital toll booth. Step 3. The automation upgrade. As the cash flow increased, I didn't increase my lifestyle. I use the surplus to pay for premium automation software and high-level tracking dashboards, completely removing myself from the daily operations and data entry. You are fundamentally exploiting the mathematical law of compounding digital leverage. When you constantly and aggressively reinvest your early profits back into high-velocity digital assets, your money multiplies exponentially faster than it ever could sitting in a traditional low-yield savings account. You are actively training your capital to work infinitely harder than you do. You build the machine, and the machine builds your wealth. By the end of month 3, the entire ecosystem was completely self-sustaining, scaling effortlessly to £3,000 a month in pure profit with practically zero daily input required from me. To truly reclaim your life in 2026, you must completely reject the traditional societal script. The hard work delusion is a psychological trap specifically designed to keep you exhausted, compliant, and heavily taxed until retirement. The wealthy elite do not trade their finite, precious time for money. They build robust, automated digital assets that permanently decouple their earning potential from the physical hours in a day. Whether you are building an automated lead generation agency, a hyper-niche e-commerce brand, or a digital template empire, the underlying philosophy remains exactly the same. You build the complex machine exactly once, and then you step back and let the code do the heavy lifting forever. Beware of the severe burnout that comes with modern hustle culture. Real wealth isn't about working harder. It is entirely about building leverage that works while you sleep. The next 24 hours of your life are absolutely critical. You have a choice. You can close this video, go back to the sane world, accept your reality, and continue the miserable 9 to 5 commute on Monday morning. Or you can get mad. Choose to take back absolute control of your financial architecture today. If you want my personal, color-coded spreadsheet for tracking asset velocity and lead metrics, download the free Reset PDF in the description below. Join the 4,000 plus people in our UK community who are already decoupling their time from their money. If this video helped you finally see the matrix, hit the like button and comment the word reset down below. It actively helps the algorithm push this message to more people who are hopelessly stuck in the daily grind. Stop working for the pound. Make the pound work for you. Execute this weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.